Imagine a world where medical students can practice taking histories and diagnosing virtual patients, honing their skills before they ever step foot in a real-world clinical setting. Welcome to the era of generative AI in healthcare education. This cutting-edge technology is transforming the way we learn, teach, and practice healthcare. With the popularity of OpenAI's ChatGPT and the release of Google's Gemini today, this is an exciting new era for education. But what is generative AI? At its core, generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create new data or content that mirrors the original input it's been trained on. In the context of healthcare education, this means it can generate realistic and diverse scenarios for students to learn from. It's like having an infinite number of patient cases at your fingertips, each one offering a unique learning opportunity. This not only broadens the scope of what can be learned, but also allows for a more immersive and interactive experience. The revolution is here, and it's powered by generative AI. Let's dive into this fascinating world. Please hit the subscribe button and join us for more exciting healthcare education and simulation discussions. To fully grasp the transformative potential of generative AI, we must first understand what it is. At its core, generative AI refers to systems that can generate new content or data from existing examples. It's like a skilled mimic, learning patterns, styles, and structures from original input and using that knowledge to create something new, yet strikingly similar. Imagine an artist who studies a basket of fruits and paints a still life. The artist observes the colors, shapes, and shadows and translates these observations into art. Generative AI operates in a similar manner. It studies a set of data, learns its intricate patterns, and then generates new data that resembles the original. This is achieved through advanced machine learning models, such as generative adversarial networks, or GANs. These models involve two parts: a generator that creates new data, and a discriminator that evaluates the authenticity of the generated data. Through a continuous feedback loop, the generator gets better and better at creating realistic output. In essence, generative AI is the artist that never sleeps, continuously creating and innovating. Generative AI is not just a tool, but a game changer in healthcare education. Through its sophisticated algorithms, it is revolutionizing how we approach learning and teaching in medical fields. It's like having an expert tutor and a limitless library of case studies at your fingertips, capable of adapting and evolving to meet each learner's unique needs. Imagine a medical student trying to understand a complex diagnosis. Traditional methods would involve textbooks, lectures, and maybe some hands-on practice. But with generative AI, this student can interact with a virtual patient, ask questions, and receive responses that mimic real-life scenarios. This innovative approach enhances the student's learning experience by providing a realistic, practical context for theoretical knowledge. Generative AI's potential to simulate realistic scenarios for educational purposes is nothing short of phenomenal. It can generate a wide array of virtual patient cases, each with different symptoms, histories, and outcomes. These simulations provide a safe and controlled environment for healthcare learners to practice and hone their diagnostic skills. And the beauty of it all? These scenarios can be repeated, tweaked, and explored from various angles, offering an unparalleled depth of learning. But the magic of generative AI doesn't stop at simulations. It can also create personalized learning paths, guiding students through the complexities of medical education at their own pace. It can identify gaps in knowledge, suggest areas for improvement, and even provide tailored feedback, making the learning journey more engaging and effective. Generative AI is the bridge connecting theory with practice, making learning more hands-on and interactive. It's opening doors to innovative learning experiences that were once unimaginable. And the best part, we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. As generative AI continues to evolve, so too will the future of healthcare education. From textbooks to virtual simulations, generative AI is reshaping the landscape of educational content in healthcare. It's like having an ever-evolving digital author that tailors educational material to the unique needs of each learner. Imagine a medical student practicing a complex procedure. Generative AI can create a realistic simulation of this procedure, providing real-time feedback and adapting the scenario based on the student's performance. But it's not just about simulations. Generative AI can also create case studies that mimic real-life situations, allowing students to apply their theoretical knowledge in a practical context. These case studies can be as complex or as straightforward as necessary, catering to the learner's level of expertise. It also extends to interactive learning modules. These modules can cover a wide range of topics, from basic anatomy to complex surgical procedures. The beauty of generative AI is that it can assess the learner's understanding and adapt the content accordingly. The result? A personalized learning experience that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in healthcare education. Generative AI is the author of the New Age Digital Curriculum, a curriculum that evolves with the learner. Imagine practicing medical procedures on virtual patients that respond just like real ones. Welcome to the future of healthcare education. Generative AI is at the forefront of this revolution, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible in medical training. Generative AI works by taking in a vast amount of data, learning from it, and then creating new content that closely mirrors the original. In the context of healthcare education, this technology can be used to generate realistic medical scenarios for training purposes. These scenarios can range from diagnosing complex diseases to performing intricate surgeries. But that's not all. Generative AI goes beyond just creating scenarios. It also plays a crucial role in developing simulated patient encounters. These simulations allow medical students and professionals to interact with virtual patients, honing their skills in a risk-free environment. Imagine being able to practice a difficult procedure countless times before performing it on a real patient. The potential for increased precision and patient safety is immense. These virtual patients are not your average computer programs. Generative AI ensures they mimic human responses accurately, based on the data it has been trained on. They can exhibit a variety of symptoms, respond to treatments, and even portray emotions, making the learning experience as close to reality as possible. But perhaps the most significant advantage of these simulations is their accessibility. With generative AI, medical training is no longer limited by geographical boundaries or resource constraints. Anyone, anywhere can access these simulated scenarios and learn from them. Generative AI is not just changing how we learn, it's transforming what we can learn. It's pushing the boundaries of medical education, enabling us to create and learn from scenarios that were previously unimaginable. With generative AI, the line between simulation and reality blurs, offering an immersive learning experience. One of the most interesting examples of generative AI for medical education I have seen is in the geeky medics cases for practicing medical histories. These cases lead the learner through a conversation. Another incredible example is how SimX links natural language processing and generative AI to have conversations in their virtual environments. The future of healthcare education is here, and it's powered by generative AI. This cutting-edge technology is revolutionizing how we teach and learn, creating dynamic, personalized experiences that enhance understanding and proficiency. It's not just about generating content, but about simulating real-world scenarios, crafting adaptive learning models, and fostering a deeper grasp of complex medical concepts. The transformative potential of generative AI is undeniable, shaping a new horizon in healthcare education that is innovative, effective, and profoundly impactful. Generative AI is more than a technology. It's a catalyst for change, paving the way for a new era of healthcare education. Thank you for subscribing, and be sure to check out one of the other exciting videos on simulation and healthcare education while you are here. The YouTube AI thinks you will like this one.